Ah.
What is going on, everyone? It's that time of the week again. The XBL Party Podcast has returned. Joining me tonight are these dipshits. We've got I'm a Ghostbuster. We got Sergeant Sentinel 17. Is that what you're going by now? I can't remember.
Sentinel. Sentinel's good. There you go.
Sentinel here. And we got the BaldManGamer down in the bottom right corner making the fucking weird animal noises. What is going on, everybody? Yeah. What's everyone been up to? What we've been playing? I'll tell you what, BMG, since you can go first, get under that bus.
Oh, shit. Sorry. I forgot to go in first. Oh, no, we're past the timer. What have I been playing? Well, I've been playing the, as always, every day, Game of the Year mobile for Game Awards and for XBN Network. Marvel Snap, again, still hooked on it. I did post one of my matches. Yeah, I posted one of my matches on Twitter, just showing how supremely good I'm at the game. And I played Fimber. Was it last week? I played against Fimber, and he did okay. He didn't win, but he did okay. Gets an A for
effort. You put like 5,000 hours in compared to his one. That's like someone. That's like a max level WoW player going, yeah, I'll play with you, and you're level 1, and they're like, let's put PvP on and see what happens.
Jesus.
I slightly beat him.
My love.
Yeah. Good evening, Mrs. Redders. Yeah, slightly beat him. What else did I play? We did, as you can see, the footage that's currently on screen. Me and Ash, we played some WWE 2K22. Not our finest evening on this game, especially for me.
This is our win game. Let's just say this is.
Oh, is this the win one?
Match. This is the one match we won the other day where we won. The rest we got absolutely wrecked. But I blame that on the connection. The online on WWE 2K22 is one of the worst online experiences you can have. It's laggy, it's busted, it's broken, but it's a good laugh, at least.
Yeah, it was fun. Yeah, we had a good laugh.
We're not the ones, though, that leave straight away. When people get pinned and they get eliminated, they leave. We stay and we watch the rest of that match to see who won and who, we laugh along with it, so enjoy it.
Yeah. Yeah. Plus, we got the amount of invites we kept getting. Play, come on, play with us, play with us. It's like,
join our league.
League. I want to join a league. I just want to get in the ring and kick some ass. I don't want to join a league.
Have you been eliminated in this game yet? You're about to be eliminated.
No.
Randy Orton.
And Rey Mysterio was about to put me through the table and put me out for the rest of the match.
There you go.
That's me.
That was how long BMG lasted in this match, and I was playing as Edge. So, for those watching along on the YouTube stream, you can watch my epic comeback later on. So,
keep watching.
Who was the random guy? Tyler, the creator, was the custom character we were playing with. And it was really annoying because I downloaded a load of custom characters, and then every game we played, they wouldn't allow custom characters, and I was gutted. I had Ronald McDonald, I had all sorts, I had Spider-Man.
Mr. Pringle.
Yeah, we started a game with someone, and both of them, it was Captain Crunch and Mr. Pringle.
Yeah.
And they changed it last minute. We were gutted. I was ready for that.
We well wanted to play against them. I think that's what threw me off my game, because I was excited for that, and then it was all downhill from there.
That's clearly that's what it was. It wasn't your skill level or anything. You just see me failing.
No.
Oh, there you go. Edge just drop kicking no one on the floor.
Yeah, it's crazy because when we last, we played a few times now. We kind of we did really well. I think we lost 1 or 2 matches, but our win ratio was, it was a hell of a lot higher. We did really well, but last night just wasn't our go. But other than that, I jumped. I've re-downloaded Star Trek Online. briefly jumped into it.
Luke Steele has arrived.
Oh, he's in the house. He's in the house. Who
Nice.
was on
Man himself.
PSN Party Podcast yesterday. So if you haven't checked out the PSN Party Podcast, it's now up on YouTube. And I think now it's up on podcast feeds now. I think.
Yeah, it's on podcast feeds as well. Apologies for the inconsistent sort of delivery time of them going onto podcast feeds, because I do it all and sometimes I just forget. And then I'm like, oh, crap, the show's tomorrow. I better put last week's up. So sometimes I do them straight away. Sometimes I forget. But I'm trying to make an effort to sort of next day, like this one, I'll download it tomorrow and it should go up onto podcast next day, all being well. But I apologize. I apologize for all you amazing people that do listen on all the podcast services. And especially since I spent a bit of time in the last month and put us up on all the other podcasting services. So I made sure we were on Apple Music, we were on Amazon Music. We were basically, I went through all the ones we were sort of missing and sort of put us onto them. And then I forgot to start uploading all the content. So always good.
Pornhub coming soon.
I think next time you guys play this, you need to make Luke Steele in game.
Yes.
I want someone to create custom characters of all of us, so we can have like a elimination chamber with all of us in. What they need though, which is weird for some reason, there's no Royal Rumble online mode, which seems like that's the perfect thing for online Royal Rumble, but there isn't one.
We've got the 8-man battle royale. I think that's as close as you're gonna get. I think. Yeah, it was good. It was a good laugh. But other than that, yeah, apart from a bit of Star Trek and that was about it. I've not really played a great deal of anything else this
Fair
week.
Dues.
Yeah.
Fair dues. Sentinel, what have you been playing?
Aside from The Last of Us on PS5, I have been playing Atomic Hearts, and it's kind of you know how with BioShock everyone's comparing Atomic Heart to BioShock, and you know how pretty much right when you start playing BioShock, it just really draws you in, and you're like, Jesus, this is a game I can't put down. Atomic Hearts isn't necessarily like that.
I haven't gone back to it since that live stream.
Yeah, and I mentioned the vending machine thing in the video that we put together. That's going to be pissing a lot of people off, mostly the housewives. Yeah, because and I've seen numerous people on Twitter say, you know what, my wife was standing next to me when the vending machine was saying her shit, and my wife was like, what the fuck? And it's like, yes, so it kind of feels like the developers were like, let's just see how much shit we can put in this and get away with it.
I think she's very comedic value.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny, guys think it's funny. It's crude humor. We're used to it, but the females are kind of like, what the hell is this shit? So, it's some parts are great, some parts could use a little work. I feel like it has promise as far as like if they were going to develop a long-standing IP, but just as a standalone game, it's decent. It's worth playing once. If I didn't have it on Game Pass, I might pay $40 for it, but probably not more than that. So, aside from that, now that I'm done with the Last of Us, I was actually gonna start Hogwarts Legacy last night, but I just ran out of time. So, that's obviously next on my list. That's on the Xbox, obviously.
Yeah, I thought Atomic Heart was more like Wolfenstein than.
Yeah, I mean, it could be. You could kind of say it's a mix between Wolfenstein and BioShock, if that makes sense. They try to draw inspiration from some of these games that have already been established while setting their own identity. And it's all right, but it's like the fucking problem is you have a shotgun, but you're always having like 3 or 4 shells. It's all you carry on you. So most of the enemies you're fighting are you're fighting them with this axe. Yeah. And it's like some games do melee combat really well. Atomic Heart is not one of them.
Yeah,
so,
I would agree with that.
Yeah. So, aside from that, that's pretty much it.
Ash, what have you been playing?
Do you know what? I haven't played a huge amount this last week. So, bar obviously what you can see on screen right now, which I have quite a good laugh with. I haven't played a lot on Xbox. I played a bit of the Gigantosaurus kart racing game with my kids. But other than that, I think I played. It's called Shoulders of Giants, which is just a recently released indie game. It's like you play as this frog on like a robot, and you have to sort of save randomly generated planets that have been attacked by this darkness sort of thing. It's okay. I'll be doing a review of it at some point, and like every planet's like it's like a seeded sort of thing. It generates new planets, so you can sort of play along and sort of go to different planets to raise up your sort of level and stuff like that. But most of it, like I said, I've been playing Octopath Traveler 2 on PlayStation because Square Enix forgot about Xbox. Big thank you to them for actually sending me a copy to play. I'm very grateful, but it's just a shame that I played the first one on Xbox and I'm not able to play the second one on Xbox. But my God, that is a beautiful game. It's like, obviously it's pixel graphics, but it's like 3D pixel graphics, and it looks and sounds absolutely amazing. And I've done a couple of live streams so far, and I'll probably do a few more because I'm quite enjoying it. There's like 8 different travelers, and they all connect into like one big story, but you go through all the backstories as you meet each of them.
Oh, okay.
So that's really cool. Very sort of old school turn-based Final Fantasy. And I was also playing Clive and Wrench on PlayStation as well, because that's not come to Xbox yet, which is a shame, which is a very sort of Banjo-Kazooie-esque platforming game. So I had a bit of fun with that as well. Rock hard boss fights, though, a bit frustratingly difficult, but I quite enjoyed them. And I've downloaded like Last of Us 1, the PS4 remaster, remake, whatever it was, to play, and also Uncharted 2, because I want to catch up through the Uncharted series, especially now the new ones getting added to the PlayStation Plus service.
Highly recommend it.
My next one on my list is probably Guardians of the Galaxy, because it's leaving Game Pass soon, and I'm about halfway through it, so I plan to play that a lot more. And what else is there? Something else on my list I really want to play. Oh, Wanted Dead. Wanted Dead is a game I really want to get my hands on properly. I've got it installed, but I just haven't played it. And I also installed Star Trek Online to play with Sentinel, but I just haven't, like I say, got round. I haven't really sat down and played on the Xbox this week, so will do. I will.
Played it with Sentinel. What about me?
BMG. Sorry, I meant BMG, not Sentinel.
You're about to hurt his feelings.
But that's it. Like I say, I've got a right backlog, but there's just so much coming out at the moment. I haven't been able to sit and decide exactly what I want to play and fit it in. So maybe this weekend I'll game lots more.
Nice.
I think Sunday we need to do a bit of STL. I think.
Yeah.
Change it up
I was
a bit
trying
this
to.
week.
I want to do some like group streams, but I can't get the audio working the other night. So I'll try again. See if I can get. We might have to just put the audio through Discord to do a group stream, because for some reason when I went on the Xbox sort of PC app like to get a friend through the party, and it just kept disconnecting one of us, didn't it? So
yeah.
And there you go. You've just watched me absolutely smash his head there. Greatest of all time that match was, beating Tyler the Creator.
It was a team effort. Team effort.
Team effort. Yep, for like the 2 minutes that you were in the match, BMG. Yep.
Yeah, well, I distracted him for that 2 minutes, gave him that upper hand all the way through.
Right.
Amazing. We had a good laugh. We laughed literally for like the 2 hours straight we played. It was just funny. Even if we lost, we had a good laugh, and that's what I like about gaming.
Yeah, that's cool.
But yeah, like I said, I've been so busy with actual work and life and stuff. What I have played hasn't been a great amount, and I've got there's so many games, and it's just like, I'll talk about it later. There's so much coming. March is a hectic month. I was like, I'm not going to buy any games in March. I'm going to sort of watch my purse strings and shit. And it's like Resident Evil 4's coming. Oh god, there's so much stuff. So
yeah, definitely.
And that's not even counting all the bloody Nintendo Switch games I've purchased recently that I want to play as well. So I'm just sort of
Jesus.
I could live under them all. So
yeah.
Although I have told myself no PSVR 2 for now, unfortunately.
Right.
So
It'll probably, you know what? It'll probably go down in price anyway. It's just because they anticipated a certain amount of people were going to buy it, and then they're like, yeah, we're going to cut that forecast in half. So it's obviously going to go down probably within like 6 months.
An amazing headset, but VR is niche, and it will always be niche, unless you can make a VR headset that's super light, has fantastic graphics, doesn't make people sick. You can wear it comfortably if you've got glasses, or you don't need glasses to wear it.
Yeah, Luke was saying he had one, and he said GT7 made his wife sick, but the Horizon game made him sick. So it's like if you have the VR headset and it's making all kinds of people, giving them motion sickness, a lot of people are going to be hesitant to pick it up. So kind of sucks.
I had the PSVR 1, and I quite liked it apart from the odd sort of, it was a bit blurry. It wasn't great resolution. And 90% of the games I was fine on, but there was like 3 that literally made me want to vomit straight away, and then I had to stop playing for a while because it just messes with your head.
Yeah.
So,
Big thank you for Thimber for the $2 super sticker, is it? Appreciate that, buddy.
Nice.
Thank you very much for the support. Shout out to everyone in chat as well, because there's been quite a few people popping up.
Yeah.
So,
who we got? We got Thimber, we got Muppet, Masuko, Timmy. Who else? We got Miss Ladybird Face, Mrs. Redders. I think that's it for now. Oh, Luke Steele's here.
No, you're missing one. No, you're gonna say it properly. Say it properly. Luke Steele.
Yeah, just tuning in, guys. It's always great when you guys are here. You're who we do it for, so cheers for turning up.
Yeah.
What have I been playing this week? Fuck, I don't know. I haven't really played anything, really. I've gone back to playing Skate 3, because, why not? And I played a bit of Hogwarts Legacy, but honestly, that game's starting to really piss me off. I'm getting Assassin's Creed syndrome with it. Do you know what I mean? There's so many collectibles and so much other shit to do.
Yeah,
I can't be asked to do any of it. I can't be asked to do any of it. I don't want to do side missions.
I tell you what, though, it opens it up when you I played for what? Hours and hours and hours, 10 plus hours, and then they were like, "Oh, finally, you've got a broom." I'm like, "Wow!" It totally changes the way the game plays. 10 hours in, and then they're like, a few hours later, it's like, "Ooh, now you can raise animals and stuff like that." It gets like a Pokemon style game. It's like, why does it not give you that all at the beginning of the game? It really drips it to you.
I found the problem that I had with the game was they gave you so much shit to do that you out-level the main quest really quickly.
Oh yeah, I'm miles ahead of the main quest.
Yeah, I've been out-leveling everything for ages, but I've still got half of the side missions to do, and I've still got loads of collectibles to find. I just can't be asked. Assassin's Creed Valhalla really took that out of me.
It's not as bad as Valhalla, but it's bad enough. Although, to be fair, I saw a meme the other day of it's like someone trying to sleep, and there's someone running around doing the bloody Revelio or whatever he does, because literally all you do is you keep pushing it every 2 seconds to sort of reveal where everything is, and it's great. But I also feel like they could have done it a little bit less obtrusive. Do you know what I mean? It's very in your face.
But also you can go Revelio and you go ding. You hear a ding for a collectible. You look around, can't see a fucking thing. I have no idea where it is.
Yeah. The worst one is those invisible, those scrolls that go invisible again. So if you face it the wrong way, it dings. You turn around, you've missed it. So you end up doing it over and over and over again. I love it though. I'm really enjoying the game. The story's okay. I mean, I wouldn't say it's game of the year masterpiece story in story sense. It's just a decent sort of Harry Potter Wizarding World story.
Yeah.
If you've never watched Harry Potter, you can enjoy it. If you have watched Harry Potter, you'll enjoy it more. There's lots of
it's definitely a game
callbacks to them
for now.
Yeah, it's a great game, but there's a lot of filler in it, all sort of big open world games nowadays. So
fucking 50 Merlin trials. Why?
You can't do the Merlin trials unless you have certain items to
start with. You can't do it unless you got the plants. You can't get the plants until you got the fucking seeds. It's for fuck's sake. I don't want to run through all these hoops. And then there's find all these collectibles, but you can only find so many before you have to get the next spell upgrade. Before you can go back and try and find some more. Before you get the next spell upgrade. Before you go back and find some more. Absolute fucking nightmare. Just give me the one spell right at the start. and let me work my way through the game. Don't fucking fence me in these like brackets. I don't like that. But yeah, I've been playing that, and I've been playing what?
Are you sure we're live?
We're definitely live.
Are you sure? Because your light's not on.
My light's not on.
Yeah, we're not on air.
Look
It
around.
says
It's off.
He means the light behind you over your shoulder.
Oh shit! Yeah. 2 seconds. We're now on air. Woo!
Oh, we're alive! Welcome to the XBL Party Podcast.
I thought he was messing with you. I was like, what the hell is he doing?
I was like looking at streaming. I was like, shit, have we disconnected? Oh no.
Wow.
One day we'll be able to afford 1080p on StreamYard, and you'll be able to see it so much clearer.
I'm on the generator, won't be.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what I've been playing, which is kind of cool, I suppose. So, shall we get to some topics?
No.
Do you want to? Should we just call it there for the night?
That's it. We'll watch the wrestling match.
We've got Thimber's $2. We can kill the stream now and fuck off.
We can all afford to live now. That's it.
Yeah. Right. First bit of news for tonight. Apparently, Xbox and Paradox have timed up. Paradox Interactive have teamed up to do a showcase show. So Paradox Interactive have put out games like Cities Skylines, I think it is.
They do loads. They did that. What's it called now? Like the medieval game that came out recently to Game Pass on PC, and that was Paradox.
Is that Medieval Dynasty?
Do you know what? Do you know what? Paradox. I used to play loads of their games. Paradox.
You mean like Crusader Kings, maybe?
Crusader Kings. That's it. Thank you for someone who knows what the hell they're talking about. Yeah, they do all sorts. Like over the years, they've done like Europa, Universe, Hearts of Iron, Victoria.
The Shadowrun trilogy.
Yeah. Vampire the Masquerade. They did a couple of games for, I believe. They've done quite a lot. They publish a few games as well that they don't. Pillars of Eternity. Did they publish Pillars of Eternity?
I don't know, to be honest.
Penumbra. They were more the Windows publishers for a lot of games though. So like Cities Skylines and stuff like that, and all those sort of games. But do you know what? For PC players, Paradox are like those like hardcore, like they love their like in-depth menu systems and stuff like that. So
yeah, which is kind of cool.
Get my ass kicked outside the ring.
Well, it says a partnership, right? So it's probably going to be something like Square Enix with PlayStation, I guess.
Yeah,
I feel like it's going to be Game Pass announcements.
Well, yeah.
Taking place on March 6th at 9 a.m. PT, 12 p.m. ET, and 5 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. The event will include the announcement of 3 new games and 4 expansions presented in partnership with Xbox. It will be viewable on Paradox's YouTube and Twitch channels, so that's really cool. Something to look forward to. So that's in 4 days.
Nice.
Yeah, it's kind of cool that they've got this partnership going.
Do you know what? I've been complaining and stuff that there's not been a lot from Xbox in marketing and stuff like that. But if they can slap their brand onto all of these sort of indie game showcases and say, and some of these games are coming to Game Pass Day 1 and stuff like that, I'll shut my mouth. Because like, as much as it's cool to see like a giant PlayStation on a street and a Kratos axe and stuff, I'd much rather see them I'd much rather see it where it counts. But then I also suppose, how many people are really going in to watch a Paradox showcase? Like, some of us may do. I'll probably watch it. I wasn't going to watch it live. I might stream it if it's at a time I can stream it now because of we can put it on the channel and there might be some interest. But if Xbox wasn't on it, would we really be that bothered about it, or would it be one of those showcases you watch the trailers for afterwards on YouTube?
I know what you're saying, for sure.
I wonder if they'll come to Game Pass.
Yeah.
Probably.
Sorry,
they've already had a Game Pass deal for quite a few of their games, to be fair.
Mariah said that City Skylines Remastered has just come to Game Pass.
Yeah, they've just announced that, like a remastered version, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there was. Obviously, I don't know if we've got it as a topic tonight, but Phil Spencer did an interview, didn't he, with Xbox On?
Yeah.
And he pretty much said, obviously they're quite full steam ahead on the showcase that they're working on, but he also said also expects more surprises and announcements like GoldenEye, where it was a couple of days and announced.
So they're going to announce them, and we're not going to hear anything till next year. That's what he was saying.
Yeah. And these Paradox games will appear in Game Pass a year later after release.
I'm all for these Game Pass editions. I like to say, I don't get my knickers in a twist over it being a game that's multi-platform. To me, if they say it's coming to Game Pass, I'm more excited than them saying it's an Xbox exclusive because that saves me money. I own every console, so I'll buy it whatever console it's on. But if I can get it for sort of as part of my sub on Xbox, yes, please. So,
yeah, I agree.
But I hope there's some good stuff. I expect that. I'm sure I saw somewhere else they were linking with someone else as well for a show. Maybe or linking with them for an announcement or something like that. I'll keep my eye out. I can't remember what it was now, but it wasn't. I was at work and I just was having a look at my phone. So
yeah.
But Paradox do make cool games. They make a lot of cool strategy and sim-like games and stuff like that. So there'll be great additions for PC Game Pass. Whitehorn as well had a showcase, didn't they, the other day? And they had loads of Xbox announcements and stuff like that. So there's quite a lot. We're ramping up. I mean, I know we're just into March, literally yesterday. But it's starting to ramp up a bit now. We're heading towards E3 season, so we're getting a lot of news and
this
rumors.
is my favourite time of year. Not the game's announcement, not the game release days. I love this time of year with the speculation, and then you get E3, and then you get disappointed, and then you got to wait a year for the next lot of disappointment, and you know what I mean? I love it. It's great.
That build up, that excitement that you get yourself so excited to be massively let down.
Where is Walmart Canada? They're always leaking the stuff before E3. We need them.
But it's a good time. It's a good Xbox. If you're going to look at it negatively, you're going to look at it negatively. But honestly, it's so good. This is such a good period for Game Pass in terms of the new day one sort of stuff we're getting.
Yeah.
It's sad that we're losing quite a few games. Guardians of the Galaxy's made me sad.
We definitely seem to be losing a lot more than we're gaining.
But the quality of the new games, the quality of all those new games coming in has been probably the best run in ages. If you take this the last 3 months, we've had such a run. We've had Hi-Fi Rush, we've had GoldenEye, Age of Empires, Persona, Monster Hunter, Atomic Heart, and they're not for everyone. And some of them aren't the best games in the world, but it's been so good. You just can't keep up on top of it. Do you know what I mean? So, and there's loads coming. There's loads. We've got that Wolong, is it? Wulong, that's out tomorrow.
That looks solid. I'll tell you, I can tell that's a game I'm going to enjoy, but I'm going to get really angry at. I'm not very good at Souls games. I don't have the patience. I don't want to dodge. I just want to hack and slash.
Yeah.
There's also F1's just come to it, and I like the idea of that. Just in time for the new one. We're eating well.
They got the new Forza expansion too. The rally DLC that just came out.
You have to pay for that though.
Oh well, I did pay for it, so
yeah. I paid for it. I bought it.
Despite what fanboys say, I have Game Pass and I do pay for some of my games. So
to be fair, right? I think I spent more than I did when I didn't have Game Pass because so I can avoid some of the day one sale prices for some games, and it's games that I would want to play, but I used to buy them through gritted teeth, and I'd not actually played them for ages, and I was like, why did I do that? Now, half of them I don't have to buy day one, and especially when you've got these passes on other consoles as well. I've got PlayStation Plus and I've got the Nintendo Online. I've got the best of both worlds, and then I spend all the rest of my money on other games that I would never have rushed out and bought and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
It's nice. Like Soul Hackers 2 has just come to Game Pass, and there's rumours of another Atlas game coming. So clearly, like, it's a good time. We're getting loads of stuff.
Well, and like Blockbuster and places like that, a lot of these rental places have pretty much closed down. They're non-existent. And Game Pass is it's a modern alternative for that. And so it kind of lets you try before you buy.
Yeah, exactly. That is literally it. It's like a demo, but you get like unlimited time on it. So,
and it's not like PlayStation Plus. I know they allow you to download some titles now, but back in the day you had to stream everything. They wouldn't let you download anything. But day one, Game Pass was letting you download titles, so you don't have to worry about your internet connection being shit. You can download the title. You can play it as much as you want in that month. Decide whether it's for you or not. And if you decide to buy it, I'm pretty sure all titles on Game Pass have some sort of discount.
Yeah, you get 20% off, is it? 10 or 20% off straight up.
Yeah.
There's MLB The Show coming this month as well. Minecraft Legends coming next month. Like, Minecraft Legends is one of those games that I'll probably play loads because it was the same as the last one. Was it Heroes or whatever?
Minecraft Dungeons.
Dungeons.
Yeah.
I would never have played that if I had to buy it, but we played loads of that. We streamed it multiple times. Me, Fabio, and Slayer and Alucard played it hours and hours and hours all the way through, and then the DLC. I mean, so I think I ended up buying the DLC as well, which I wouldn't have done because of Game Pass. So
yeah.
Okay, well, I wasn't that impressed by Legends until I saw the recent developer direct. Now it's
no, I wasn't. That new direct definitely sold me on it.
Yeah, I'll be checking that out for sure. But yeah, got that Paradox show to look forward to. So in other Game Pass news, might as well just go right to this next topic. Xbox is bringing PC Game Pass to 40 new countries for the first time, which is really cool.
Nice.
PC Game Pass is great, especially if you've got a rig that can play the games, and it's included in Game Pass Ultimate. So
very nice.
Yeah, if you've got a PC and an Xbox Series X or Series S, get on it.
Yeah, like it's great, and I hope the Family Pass comes sooner as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what BMG's doing. He's just popping in now. Like Jim Ryan really don't like him being on these Xbox shows. He's coming in, cutting the wires to his
PC
his
PC just literally turned itself off and started back up saying, "Ooh, there was an unexpected error." No shit, Sherlock.
Hey, at least it wasn't like yesterday on air with the mic. He was sounding like Mr. Roboto. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
I just want to say, I commented in the chat multiple times, BMG, and you didn't respond to me once yesterday. Just saying.
Wow.
Yes.
What a host.
What a host. I commented on things, responded, and you just totally ignored me, man. So I know how it is, mate. I know how it is.
It could have been important enough for me to pay attention to. All I can say.
It wasn't Marvel Snap or Destiny 2.
If you haven't got a bit of sparkle in your comments, I ain't going to read them.
Wow. Jesus.
Oh. Like, put 50p in the meter, will we?
I'm back for now until it kicks me off again.
Yeah, I don't know what those 40 countries are, but it's always great when they outroll the program to, roll out the program to other countries and shit. So more people can play those games and stuff. What do you think about the news? Are you looking forward to getting PC Game Pass in your country if it's coming to your country? I mean, you're all British, I think, so.
It's coming to. There was quite a few. It was like I know Ukraine was in there. I'm sure they're really happy about that. They've got no better to do right this moment in time.
Yeah, right.
But there was a load. There's a lot of places I wouldn't have thought that have took it, which is great to see. So yeah, I'm glad to see Xbox start to pump it out into more countries. They need to sort of give support to the rest of the world. The gaming world isn't just the US and England, do you know what I mean? In the UK. Yeah. Like, there's so many millions and millions of gamers everywhere that are sat waiting to you play games, aren't they? So it's nice.
Yeah. So, yeah, let's move on to another topic. So, I'll tell you what, this is the piece of news that really pissed me off the most this week. And that was Phil Spencer having to sit down and reassure fans that if the ABK deal doesn't go through, Xbox is not going anywhere.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the interview, though. Like, the interview he did wasn't bad. I didn't really like that woman. Like, she's not bad, but I didn't like how she interviewed. It felt very fake.
Yeah.
Like, but his answers were really good, and why does he have? He doesn't have
Why
to.
did he have to answer the questions though? That's the thing.
No, he's answered they answer the real people's questions, the important people like the EU and stuff like that, the FTC, CMA. Answer them. They don't need to do an interview about it. But I suppose if they didn't mention it, people would be like, well, they're avoiding talking about it and stuff. So it's a lose-lose situation for Xbox in any sense. Like, until this deal either gets killed or goes through, and there's was it Reuters and Bloomberg today were saying it's looking more likely that it's going to go through in the EU without any sort of structural concessions and stuff, because the concessions they've made with obviously Nintendo, Nvidia and stuff alleviate a lot of the problems. Yet again, though, people are delaying it.
It's going to be fucking difficult, isn't it? Let's be honest.
I don't know.
There's one thing us Brits are great at is fucking things up. I mean, just look at our country. Like, it's just...
We're not going to be able to afford to buy Call of Duty even if it's because of, like, we're going to have to buy it with these golden tomatoes because like tomatoes are worth the price of gold at the moment.
We have to enter this black market of fucking chicken eggs.
That's it, yeah.
These days.
It's all right though. We'll just talk to Fabio about how he does his milk rig, and we'll do it with like chicken eggs and vegetables. We'll be fine.
Oh, Jesus!
I just go and find some rats, and I milk rats. That is where I get my milk from.
Like Fabio,
Demolition Man.
Oh my
black market salespeople for your milk. We need
Jesus.
Eggs, we need to offload in some margarine and butter.
You know how much a tub of Lurpak costs?
£5
What sort of times do we live in when it's £7 nearly a tub of Lurpak?
All you need is a bit of lube, a bit of milk, mix it together, put it in the microwave for 2 minutes, then put it in the freezer to freeze, and then put it in the fridge, and in 4 days' time, you've got butter.
Bit of lube. I thought that story was going somewhere completely different.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah, we'll move along.
But the EU's announcement on their decision is actually the day before the CMAs, because they've moved the date, haven't they? They moved it by 5 working days, so it's actually their announcement's the day before.
I love the idea that there are people on the internet that are that thick and that fucking stupid that they think that if Microsoft lose this deal, they're suddenly going, right, fuck Xbox, let's abandon this $1 billion venture.
It's because there's no like fucking IQ test required to have a fucking profile on Twitter. That's why, because you have some legitimately you have some stupid motherfuckers on Twitter saying crazy shit. Some of these are gaming journalists, and it's like, how the fuck do you have a job? I know. 3822. I got it.
I want to know how they tie their fucking shoelaces.
There you go.
You've got to remember that Microsoft bought Nokia with hundreds of millions of users on the phones, and they killed that with no problem.
So obviously that's going to happen now, isn't it?
You never know.
Yeah, right.
You never know.
How they shit the bed with Nokia, I'll never know. Like,
yeah, that's crazy.
You had the Nokia 3310. That's all you needed to do was release that a Windows phone, Nokia 3310 with achievements on Snake, and everyone would be on it. iPhone would be dead, but they killed it. But literally, all you have to do nowadays is go on the internet, say you're an insider or a journalist, and just post some up. Look at that bellend I shared on our Discord. I've got it from 3 of my very good sources that are normally right. That if Xbox successfully buys Activision, Sony's definitely buying Take-Two. Like, all right, mate, what's the source?
Oh,
I love
Jesus.
the idea that
Dude, trust me.
Take-Two's on the market. Do you know what I mean? To be sold. Like,
Yeah.
one, I don't think fucking Sony has that kind of money on hand to buy Take-Two, and fucking two, Take-Two are not for sale. Like,
Don't lie, this guy told me. I seen it on Twitter, and he must be genuine.
my three mates down the pub. And
Yeah.
said,
But don't forget, Take-Two is a public traded company, so technically they could be bought.
yeah, but they're not for sale though.
Yeah, no, they don't have to be if
Buying
you're public. If you're a public traded company, and if someone bought the majority stock, then you technically own them. You would own them, wouldn't you?
Well, that's kind of how it
private
works. But
company.
if you're going to buy a majority stock, basically the other shareholders have to take a vote whether they're going to allow you to do that. That's why Vivendi wasn't able to take over Activision back in the day.
Yeah,
It was Activision, right?
No, it was Ubisoft.
It was Ubisoft. That's right.
Yep,
So they had to vote on it. They had to vote on it.
Yeah.
Yep.
But like
But-
Finber's saying, Nokia is a different business. Is different. It's not that I know the different one's a phone, one's the gaming side of it, but it's the
Nokia
fact
was
they chucked
struggling though, wasn't it?
Yeah, but
They
they
were
chucked
struggling.
hundreds of billions. They bought it for what was it?
And shut it
100
down.
billion,
Yep.
and then just done with it because
I mean,
it's
yeah.
not working and done with
You
it.
know, I'm not saying that Xbox doesn't make mistakes. You know, you look at Mixer, and they should have kept that alive, in my opinion, because Twitch is kind of shit. You know,
the problem with Mixer was, though, right?
Is it?
It was during the pandemic, every other video sort of platform, streaming platform, massively boomed, and Mixer only grew by about 2%. So
Jesus.
they weren't doing it like, and that was with spending millions on Ninja and shit like that, and poaching all the best people from Twitch. And Twitch must be laughing to bank because they probably went, "Oh crap, they took Ninja." He came back like 3 months later. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
but that's the thing. So with Mixer, they killed it because it showed no growth. No one was using it, which is a shame because it actually worked amazingly well. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
and actually, I'm just having a quick look. BMG.
Again,
I don't believe.
But Finber and Muppet again. Yeah, it may have failed because of app support and things like that. But the fact is, what I'm meaning is they spent billions on Nokia, hundreds of billions, whatever it was, and then
They
just
spent
did away with it.
3.79 billion euros.
Yeah.
To be fair though, by the time they bought Nokia, Nokia was already in trouble, and Samsung and fucking Apple already dominating the cell phone market. So.
What's crazy is when they bought Nokia, they bought their devices and then paid for to license their patents. They didn't actually own them, the patents for the mobiles, which is fucking hilarious. That's a Microsoft thing to do right there, isn't it?
I'd still put the Nokia 3310 up against any fucking cell phone for durability.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You cannot kill that fucking thing.
You could throw it at someone's head and probably kill him.
I saw one take a bullet and still work once. It was fucking brilliant piece of technology.
Like we can argue about buying stock and stuff like that, but won't be buying stock for Take-Two. Yeah, the creator of Sonic the Hedgehog. Oh, dirty segue.
Well, you remember back when Rockstar, like way back when they first made Grand Theft Auto 3, it was exclusive on it was exclusive on PS2, and they had Xbox had a chance, of course, to make it exclusive to their platform, the OG Xbox, and they chose not to. You see a lot of these instances where they kind of drop the ball, and that's kind of why some of these companies might be more willing to work with PlayStation than they have with Xbox.
You got to remember though, GTA 4 was then an Xbox exclusive. All the DLC was. They then got it back, but they shit the bed originally.
It just seems like Xbox needs to have. It seems like they have some successes and they have a lot of failures, and they just need to figure out what the fuck they're doing, because it kind of feels like not everyone at Xbox is pulling in the same direction, And if you
ever since the Xbox One, I feel like Xbox has done fucking amazing things to turn the ship around. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean they've had their back to the wall, and they said, "Hey, Phil, whatever you got to do to fix it." And he said, "Shit, all right," and he just went with it.
Yeah.
Kind of like they threw him the ball and they said, "Hey, man, we need a touchdown," and he just hauled ass. That's
the thing. If they didn't have Phil Spencer and he didn't do the job that he did, maybe they might sell off Xbox. But they got no reason to sell off Xbox. He's done a phenomenal job at turning that company around.
But the whole thing, this whole discussion was literally started by a journalist acting like it was a given when it's not. It's just something he's made up.
Yeah.
Like my friends think. Yeah.
Well, and you're going to have a lot of that shit because people, especially when Starfield launches, when Redfall launches, when Forza Motorsport drops, you're going to have a lot of people that don't like Xbox. They're going to come up with any damn reason to talk all kinds of crazy shit, whether it's legitimate or not, about Xbox.
For sure. But to be fair, like that happens without exclusives coming out. You can go on Twitter on any given day and there'll be a new rumor about how Xbox is failing and how this is being sold off and how you know, fucking layoffs. Like any day of the week you go on Twitter, you're gonna find that shit somewhere because people need to go out and touch grass.
Right. Yep.
And it's weird because you see the same people getting bought into it. Like you see the same people posting the same articles, having a comment on the same articles. Like for fuck's sake, everyone with a fucking brain will know this is not real. So stop sharing that shit. It's just
I know, right?
Adding to the problem.
Definitely.
But just to throw a bit of context on what Ash was saying about Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic the Hedgehog co-creator Eugene Naka has admitted his guilt in taking part in an insider trading scheme at Square Enix.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, not good.
Oh, no, we're not getting more of that then. He's not the only one though. There was someone else as well, wasn't there, at Square? So a few of them have done it. Square's proper, just like I don't know what Square's doing anymore.
Spot on. As soon as Starfield launches with that sub 30 frame rate on Series X, Phil is going to pack it in and sell Xbox.
Starfield's going to have 60. It's going to launch with 60 frames. It's happening.
Hopefully we'll know more about it soon because apparently we're getting very close to them announcing the sort of direct, aren't we? The showcase.
It was meant to be this week. Skullsy TV, he's all everything Bethesda, and like I said, he's sort. It was hinted towards, as well as Jez Corden hinted that it would be this week, but obviously we're Thursday going into Friday. So it's probably going to be early next week now that we should get an announcement for a showcase mid to late March.
I think they'll do it a couple of days before.
See, I liked the last trailer they showed of Starfield. I know a lot of people shit on it, but I liked it. I thought it gave us a bit more of a look at what they were going for, what they were doing, how things were going to work. I liked it. I enjoyed it.
I want to believe in Starfield, but I know what Bethesda's like, and I know what the creation engine is like, and it's never worked properly.
But people are still playing Skyrim now. And how long's that been out now? 12 years?
Yeah.
10 years?
Look at how Fallout 4
13.
released on the last gen consoles. Like, it took 2 upgrades to get that shit running at fucking 60 FPS.
Yeah.
It just, they don't work well. That engine's never worked well, ever. And now they're basing their fucking next gen, like their next IP of games on it. It's just like, it makes no sense.
The creation engine was created in '99, and they said, "Oh, we've upgraded it and upgraded that." And it's like, yeah, but that's like using duct tape to fix something that needs to be welded and shit. It's like you can only duct tape that shit so much and expect it to work right. This is why your game's running like shit, and this is why you have games like Doom Eternal running like fucking crazy. Like 60 frames per second, looking insane. You got enemies all over the place. I get it, it's a different type of game. But it's like the creation engine is absolute dog shit. It's like it's time to go with something else.
Yeah, I agree. Absolutely. At least, or even build a new one. It's never worked properly, ever.
Yeah.
So it blows my mind that they still decide to use it for this next,
And it's the same reason why EA wanted BioWare to use the Frostbite engine rather than, Unreal Engine 4 with Anthem, and they spent so much time just trying to learn how to make it work, because it's like, if a type of engine doesn't necessarily work right, or it doesn't work for the game you're creating, use a different engine. Don't stick with, the Frostbite engine just because you're using it with other ones. Just like with Bethesda, it's like, change up from the creation engine.
Like
change to something that works.
It's a bit of a red flag as well, because like everybody's saying that Starfield's is in its final state, it's playable from start to finish.
Yeah.
And yet it's supposed to be releasing in this first half of 2023, but we still don't have a release date.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? To me, that screams we're still trying to polish this turd.
Yeah, you know what? I'd be willing to bet they said, hey, 30 frames per second, but it's probably not stable 30 frames per second or locked 30 frames per second. It's probably all over the place. Especially.
It's been a year since that E3 trailer, so maybe things have changed, but I can't imagine they've changed that much.
Well, in Baldur's Gate, they recently said they were having technical issues with the split screen for Xbox, right? And that's the Series S. And I'd be willing to bet a lot of the issues they're having with Starfield that's delaying it is the Series S. The Series X is powerful, but the Series S is the lesser system.
I'll tell you what I think needs to happen. I think they need to release a mid-gen refresh.
Yeah.
More powerful Series X, and then the Series X becomes the standard, and then Series S just kind of like fades off into the sunset. But
then what happens to everyone who's bought all the Series S's, which is a lot more than the Series X?
Series S is struggling. You know what I mean? It's struggling.
Yeah.
They can't do that though. They've made their bed now. That's it. You've committed. You either make a new console. You can't just say no more games for Series S, because then all those consumers that bought it and are using it because it probably sells 5-6 times to the amount of Series X. They're all going to be pissed.
Mid-gen refresh. Drop the price of the Series X down to the same price as the Series S, and then have a fucking, a mid-gen refresh, have like a fucking more powerful Series X.
Yeah, but then the Series S console is still there and people are still playing it. They're not going to want to buy another. 90% of people won't buy a mid-gen refresh console. They wait for the new console and they buy it. Xbox
they're suckers for getting it.
Well, it's like the pandemic fucked everything up because it messed with the supply lines and people's ability, not only people's ability to buy a console, but the console makers' ability to get these chips and all this other stuff that they needed. And Xbox's only way of really combating that was to make a less powerful console. And short term, that was smart. It allowed a lot of people to pick up the next gen Xbox. But long term, that's going to fuck them up because you have a Series S that's actually less powerful than the Xbox One X. Yeah, I get about the solid state drive, but if you're talking about teraflops, it's less than the Xbox One X was.
Yeah, but it uses it in a different way. Teraflops is a very loose term that could mean a lot of things.
Just to touch on what the Muppet said, but there's so much power that isn't being used in the Series X. Yeah, but if you look at what's happening with games that are coming out, the Xbox versions aren't ready. They're not. You know what I mean? Like, you look at Atomic Heart, that's had issues. Hogwarts Legacy is performing worse on Xbox Series X. It's because they're having to fucking make a game for the Series S.
Yeah,
that is the problem. It doesn't matter if the Xbox Series X.
They don't know, because all you have to do,
not optimizing it.
It's optimization. It's the same game. You can't say that though, because some games are coming out on the Switch still, and they're not on Xbox, or the Xbox version is still shit. It's this. Yes, the S probably does have limitations compared to other systems, but then the PS5's probably got limitations that the Xbox doesn't have, and vice versa, and everything.
Well, but with the PlayStation 5, you're not talking about two drastically different powers. You're talking about with the PS5 with the PS5.
Yeah, but these games on PC, and these games on PC, you have to cater to the lowest denominator, which is PC. Whether we like it or not, and you don't want to admit it, 90% of PC players don't play on fucking 20 grand gamer rigs that are water cooled and fucking full of neon lights. They play on bog standard 500 quid computers. You see them all those gaming PCs that fucking Currys and that sell. They're not really great for gaming. They're just shit PCs slapped with gaming on. And all these games run. They don't run fantastic on PC, but they still run. Yeah. So they're still making shit versions of them, and that's the issue. And yes, the Series S will struggle compared to the X, but the Series S runs things at 1080p.
Yeah.
Turn the resolution down. It doesn't need that much power. Hence why, It's only if you start pumping stuff out at 4K you need the extra power. That obviously, and then if you stick your ray tracing on, you stick your fucking crazy shadows and stuff. It's I don't think it's as bad as people say. Literally, it could be anything. It could literally just be with Baldur's Gate. It could be that their engine doesn't work great with the Xbox dev kits. It could be like the like we know the tools aren't there with Xbox across the board. They still haven't fully implemented them. Yes, Corden said how they're still like they keep changing them and upping them, and they're not fully implemented and stuff. All of their like the development equipment and stuff. It could be the Series S. I don't think it is though, because like if it were the Series S, it would literally mean you'd get no games, and they're not going to scrap it because there's probably a good 70% of the player base is playing on Series S. So you're not going to scrap you're not going to tell your biggest player base that, do you know that box you paid good money for? Well, fuck you. We're leaving. You're not getting no games anymore. We're off.
But it's like with PlayStation, they've only got to develop for one SKU. Do you know what I mean? They've got PlayStation 5 and a disc and discless. That's it. Yeah. The Xbox, you've got Series X and Series S that you've got to.
But it still uses the same. It's still the same shit behind the scenes. It's still the same dev kits. You just have to tweak the things, like drop the resolution, drop the frame rate. Fucking it won't run as fantastic as a PS5 and a Series X. But if you buy a Series S, you should expect to not get the fucking best quality game. You've picked the budget option. You get the budget experience. It's just like when you used to buy fucking multi-platform games, and if you bought the cheaper, shitty console, you got the cheaper, shitter version of it. Like, if you bought the Game Boy copy instead of the Game Boy Advance, you knew you were getting a Game Boy level quality. So don't expect more. That's what it's like. People are, for some reason,
it's like
Series S to be as good as a PS5 and an Xbox Series X, and that's not the case. Just stupid people.
Well, it's like the remember the Xbox 360s that were the party version that was like 12 gigabyte hard drive.
Yeah,
so ridiculous.
Yeah, and you knew you were getting the shitter version. And do you know what? I would rather if it literally is the Series S for some reason is causing the issue, and they're not gonna or willing or able to actually put the dev time in to make it run well. Just trim the fucking co-op feature out. And just say, well, it doesn't have co-op on the Series S because we can't do it. Yeah. And then you'll know up front, and then you can make your choice. You either buy it on Xbox Series X and PS5 and PC and get the full fat thing, or you buy it on Series S and you don't get it. But you can't tell me that they can get that fucker running on PC absolutely fine. Yeah, I can buy it on a potato PC. And it'll not run perfectly. The graphics will be turned down on my fucking PC, and it might run slow, but it won't run at all on a Series S. It's a load of bollocks.
You know, I kind of see them going forward. I see a lot of multi-platform games get designed first for the Series S, and then optimize it for the Series X afterwards. It seems like that's what they're going to have to do.
Yeah,
you know,
isn't that what they used to do on the 360 though? That was the whole point. That was why the 360 was more popular, because it was easier to develop the 360 and then port it across the PS3.
But it's the opposite way around this time. The PS5 is the easier console at the moment in time.
Yeah,
fucking stupid. Like, you would have thought they would have seen this coming.
Well, again, you know, like I said, Xbox does some things good, and some things you're just like, what the hell are they thinking? This is one of those things.
Yeah, like how they went from having like the easy to program system, and then made it worse. I don't understand. That's not my job. I'm not techie in that side of things. But if you had a really easy to code for and design for API, why you would suddenly make it shit? Who knows?
Or like everyone's asking for the smaller tiles so you can actually see your dynamic background, and they're like, "Hey, let's make the tiles bigger," and it's like, no, that's the opposite of what people are asking for.
It wouldn't be so bad if like every game was available on xCloud. You know what I mean? Because like then it wouldn't matter because you could like offload that, the hardware limitation.
Couldn't you just do that then? Couldn't you say if you buy this game and you've got a Series S, it's the cloud version. You buy the disc. You can still buy it physically. but it streams it to you.
Well, you can't buy the physical version on a Series S.
Well, you can't. Yeah, exactly. So you buy the digital version. It's just it just streams it, and it just says it's got a little fucking disclaimer on the store. Streamed on Series S.
Would be good. That would be good.
That's how it needs to
We
be.
don't know though because no one's come out and fully. They all speak in riddles and like half truths where they don't want to piss Microsoft off, or they don't want to admit that they just can't fucking spend the money to do it, or they don't want to spend the money to actually optimize. Because I honestly think a lot of these games. Look at Ubisoft games. They ran like absolute arse on Xbox when it launched. They had screen tearing. They had everything wrong with them. And now they've basically made them really, really good, and they run better in most cases than on the PlayStation. All it takes is a bit of time and effort, and I don't think.
Well, you know, and that's the problem with all this ray tracing shit going into these games now. Is these games are getting more and more complex. That's going to require more time. There could be entire studios that have no idea really how to implement ray tracing, and they're having to learn this stuff, which obviously is going to add more time. You look at the Halo Infinite development cycle. It wouldn't have taken so goddamn long if they weren't designing their own game engine. So you have something like that goes into this game development, and it can add 2, even 3 years on top of how long it's going to take them to actually make the game. That's why it's like some games that start at the beginning of this generation, they may not launch until the end of this generation, and that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, like, because obviously they must have something in the fucking pipeline, because there's no way in hell a Nintendo Switch is going to run Call of Duty at 4K, 60 FPS, because they want parity, don't they?
They don't mean that when they're talking about this parity, they're not meaning now. It'll be on the next system. Like, they know that.
They've got a 10-year deal, which means next year's Call of Duty should probably come to the Switch.
Well, it could be streamed.
Yeah, exactly. The only way they're going to be able to do that is to stream. Like,
well, they do that already with other games, so...
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying. Like, in order for the S to go forward, it needs to be the fucking tabletop box it's designed to be. It needs to be a streaming device.
Yeah.
Because that's the only way it's going to be able to run games properly, is if it's offloading fucking stress to Series X hardware on the data clouds and shit. That's the only way it's going to work. And then you
goddamn Nintendo Switch customers coming in, stealing our cloud. Now we've got queues to go on xCloud because these goddamn Nintendo Switch.
That's what I hope for the next gen anyway. When they do make a new console, and they will make a new console, they're not going to drop out the fucking hardware space.
Yeah.
When they make the next fucking Xbox, I want there to be one console, one streaming device. That's it. And the streaming device does all the fucking games that are on the store, and that's this problem fucking solved. I like the idea that they're coming in saying, well, we know everybody can't afford the most expensive hardware, and we want to give them an alternative that's cheaper. Make it pure streaming. That's it. That's all you have to do.
Well,
I still don't get the why Xbox isn't like designing on a PC. It's like it's an Xbox. It's made by Microsoft. It should be the same as developing on a PC.
It's the same architecture as PCs. It's the same architecture on Xbox and PlayStation.
We ain't paid the big bucks to make these decisions, though, are we?
Right.
Fucking, it's ludicrous.
No,
anyway, another topic. I think we need another topic. Games with Gold is shit again this month.
You know what? I shit on Games with Gold, but I actually wanted to play True the Brook or that. And I was going to buy it, but now I don't have to. So I'm very happy for that £3.50 worth of value that Games with Gold has provided with this month. Any of those 3 games, they all. I wouldn't buy any of them at full price. Yeah. But hey, for the first time in forever, it's 3 games I don't own. But yeah, when you look at what PlayStation's giving you this month, oh my god, it was this month in X. Whoever does that, how they can put a video out saying how great these fucking 3 games are, it's like a slap in the face. You're wrong, Fimber. Don't stop defending Games with Gold. Every month, you're like, it's not bad. It's bad, Fimber. Like, I'm grateful for the 3 games, but when you look what's on your competitors' platforms for the same tier, like Games with Gold, and you get those free PS Plus games.
Well, let me ask you a question.
This month, like not the subscription one. What's the one for
Why
just
does
like
Gold even exist in this?
Essential. PS Plus Essential.
Gold just exists because multiplayer is not free on console. It is on PC. So you know what? It's like Xbox. All right, you want to take all of our exclusives and give them to the PC crowd? Give us multiplayer for free. There you go. Full stop.
You know what's even worse? PlayStation Plus is Essential, which is basically Games with Gold, is getting a fucking Xbox game before they've given it away free on fucking Xbox.
Which game is this?
Minecraft Dungeons. They've not given that out on Games with Gold.
Oh shit! I didn't even know.
What the fuck? They're getting Code Vein, Battlefield, and Minecraft fucking Dungeons. If that's not a slap in the face, I don't know what is. Like, literally, you're saying you're paying us for a code for a subscription when we give you free games, but we're not going to give it to you. We're going to give it to our competitors.
That's the same type of shit as PlayStation getting Ghostwire Tokyo and Deathloop, which are two Bethesda games before Xbox gamers.
Though, they had marketing deals.
Yeah, I know they did, but it's still a kick in the it's still a kick in the nuts like that, you know. Yeah, games with gold is shit. You know what? And I understand some people are like, oh well, you're getting stuff free. It's like, all right, let's say you go into a restaurant and they're like, hey, this food is free, but it tastes like shit. Are you going to be like, hey, thanks for the free shitty food? That's what it is. Yeah. But it's not free.
In the UK, we would eat it.
Wow. You get what I'm saying though. It's like, okay, you're paying $5 for these free games per month, right? So okay, technically they give them to you free, but it's not free. You're paying $5. Okay, well, the $5 is for multiplayer. Well, no, motherfucker. How about the PC gamers don't have to pay for multiplayer? And the PC is part of the Xbox community. So how about, equal across? PC don't have to pay for multiplayer. We don't either. How about that? So, yeah, you're paying $5 a month for these games. And if they're shit, they're shit. That's it.
Yeah. But it just baffles you, like... for having a program that used to be good, and we all know that they've made gold shit, and they give out the cheapest of the cheap games just to say they keep giving out free games so people don't moan. They've took one away, they've stopped giving you the backwards compat, and then they've put in all their eggs into Game Pass. We know that's why we don't get as much on Games with Gold, and I understand that. But the fact that your comparative service, not PS Plus, PlayStation Plus Essential, which is basically Games with Gold. It gives you access to PlayStation Online, playing multiplayer, and it gives you access to a handful of free games a month that go into a library that you can only access while you're subscribed, that you don't run out. You can always play them. If you cancel your sub and come back a year later, they're still there to be played. They are exactly the same. So PS Plus, Games with Gold are the same thing. The fact that they are literally giving out a first-party fucking Xbox game on your rival system, and they've never once offered it on Xbox. It's
crazy.
Yeah, and saying take it.
Yeah.
Here's an idea. Why not include the multiplayer into Game Pass, and then instead of giving us this shit every month, why not just give us a weekend free of Game Pass? Instead of having like a fucking free play weekend, free Game Pass weekend, once a month for Games of Gold subscribers.
That would be cool. That would be nice.
Yeah, and it like introduces people into the awesomeness that is Game Pass as well. And they don't
probably.
Playing this fucking shovelware they keep throwing.
Yeah, Gears 5 was on Games of Gold, Fimber, right? That's great, but we're not on about Gears of War. We're on about Minecraft. That's on giving away for free as part of your subscription to PlayStation subscribers before it's given to fucking Xbox subscribers for their comparative system. We're not like, that's literally like Xbox this next month on Games with Gold, they give you fucking God of War Ragnarok, but for PlayStation subscribers, that's literally what it is.
I ran a poll on Twitter over the week about what people would like to see happen with it, and like it was pretty unanimous, like 80%. So just fucking kill it already, because it's dying a slow death. You know what I mean? It should have been gone fucking ages ago. It's just a relic at this point.
And it's like
out of the pasture, blow its fucking brains out.
It's like if they said, hey, we're going to charge you $5 for multiplayer, you're not getting shit free. At least people would say, okay, it's $5 for multiplayer. You know, but it almost feels like an insult to give you the shittiest games they can fucking find and say, here you go, they're free. It's like, it's not free. Just, you know, at least do us the decency of saying, hey, this $5 is for multiplayer. That's it.
Yeah.
PlayStation look after their gamers.
They do. This is the problem. No wonder people fucking give Xbox shit. Because shit like this is what I mean. This is exactly what Sentinel's saying. Xbox do great things, and then they do stupid fucking things. And yes, they're probably getting a big chunk of cash from Sony. And also, it looks great when they're fucking going to the EU going, oh, we don't like to keep games off other systems because they're giving it away. But they should have fucking put it on Xbox at the same fucking time. Or before. This is not the joke. It's fucking stupid. It's offensive when you think about it. To Xbox fans, and yes, I know we've had it since day one on Game Pass. Fan fucking tastic. What do you fucking do, Basil? We fucking paid extra for that fucking privilege.
Yeah.
For the fucking same tier, like I fucking expect to get the fucking shit from Xbox before the fucking PlayStation subscriber does. And it doesn't bother me. I've got PlayStation Plus. I'll play both. But like, if BMG, are you telling me if you were a PlayStation fan and you paid for fucking all those PlayStation plus mega tiers, and then they put out one of their fucking first party games for free on Xbox before they gave it to a PlayStation fan on their same system, like the same thing? Do you not think that's a bit of a kick in the dick?
Of course it is, but PlayStation won't do that because they're not stupid.
No, PlayStation won't do that because fucking PlayStation actually give out fucking good games.
They do.
PlayStation, whether they think of you as like great customers, like they don't look after you because they give a shit. They look after you because they want fucking money. Yeah. But at least they fucking look after you.
But they've got Battlefield 2042. I think that's also in PlayStation Plus Essential. Battlefield 2042, and and it's just like, games are gold. It's awful. It shouldn't exist anymore. We know they're just trying to push people onto Game Pass. Look how crap this is. But you pay us that extra couple of bucks a month, and then you get this, and it's like, but it just shouldn't be around anymore. Why they're dragging it out is beyond me. But PlayStation, 80% of the time, they've got really, really good games, really good value. But like I said, the fact that they are getting a Xbox exclusive in PlayStation Plus Essential and Games with Gold haven't had it once is, it's not good.
It's shocking. When I'd not clicked that. I saw the picture the other day, but literally when I was just looking at it now, I'm like, you motherfuckers. I mean, it's a fucking it's offensive. As someone who like spends a lot of time on this ecosystem, like, yes, I've got all the consoles, it doesn't really matter. But from a fucking a perspective of like fucking just decency and fucking common sense, it's a joke. And like, I am the biggest Xbox fan. Like, I love Xbox. I've been playing like all the way through all the gens. Like, yes, during the Xbox One era, I went to PS4 because the Xbox One, like after launch, it died a slow death. But I went back when the Series X, the One X came out, and stuff like that. But Jesus Christ, you feel like a first-rate citizen on PlayStation without having to pay for the top tier. You just being a fucking paid to play online for their core services, you feel like you're getting somewhere. Nintendo, you pay for Nintendo Online, you get all their fucking classics. Could you imagine if you paid for Nintendo Switch Online and they went, actually, you're not getting fucking Mario Kart because we put it on Xbox for a fucking before you get it? No, there's no fucking company who would do that. I give the fuck about your fucking money. And Minecraft Dungeons is an Xbox exclusive. It doesn't matter. It's owned and made by a fucking Xbox company. You should give it to fucking Xbox customers first. I wouldn't even care if they gave it on the same month. Like, if they went fucking and gave it to Games with Gold the same week, I'd be like, that's fine. They haven't even fucking offered us it. We get Truberbrook and all that bollocks. Fucking £5 gash indie games. Worth, and they pretend that it's worth a lot of money. When look, you get Battlefield, Code Vein, which is a really good game and still worth like £20. Minecraft Dungeons, So not only are they giving you better value for money, they're fucking giving you better value for money fucking for your console that should be on the other one. It's mad.
They did give away Mass Effect Legendary Edition with their PS Plus a few months back.
They did,
exactly. But that's not like I said, that's not an Xbox game anymore, is it? So
but that's a big game though, and I was like, Jesus Christ, this is crazy. It wasn't even with PS Plus Premium. That was just PS Plus.
Well, they announced at the showcase, the State of Play the other day, they're giving out that cheer, is it? That's coming to day one to Essential, isn't it?
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah.
I mean, that PlayStation are... And, like, I want Xbox to succeed. I want them to do so well. I want to see them thrive. The console is amazing. The games they've been putting out are great. But they're literally shit in the bed, and PlayStation are showing them up. Honestly,
you know, I agree with that. You know what? And it's like Xbox is lucky that PlayStation is lazy right now. Because PlayStation is absolutely lazy right now because you look at all the IPs that they have shelved, that if they were done right... No, look at all the... Look at all the... Yeah, they're lazy because you have SOCOM, you have Infamous, you have Resistant, you have The Getaway, you have Twisted Metal, you have MotorStorm. If they put a AAA budget behind all of these and really put their advertising behind it, Xbox would be in a lot of trouble. And I'm saying that from an Xbox gamer's perspective.
They could fucking just give us the PS3 versions of those games as part of Essentials, like one of them a month for free. And
Infamous would sell like crazy. Infamous would sell like crazy because you can only stream it right now through PS Plus Essentials or whatever. But if they gave that away,
it's running shorts about our fucking raging.
Yeah.
Right. Like Game Pass is amazing. It is an amazing service.
Yeah.
Yet PlayStation's gaining on them. Like I've got a PS Plus, and that service is getting really good.
Yeah, I do too.
But
it's good.
The core Xbox fucking online service is one more expensive than the PlayStation one. I'm sure it's not much more, but I'm sure it's slightly more expensive than PS Plus Essential. And two, they pump out these fucking videos with the trailers on, like, haha, look at this month's free games. You may as well just put a video of someone taking a shit in a bin and putting it up. It'd be more fucking exciting. Honestly. And I love indie games. I love shit on indie games. But we've had repeats recently on Games with Gold. If you live in certain countries, they just fucking take games off and don't even say about it. I know they did that in Brazil thing, but don't lie to me. Fucking Fabio moaned enough about them taking games out and putting old ones in. PlayStation are investing in their fucking basic core level fans, whereas Xbox is literally like Game Pass. And while I love Game Pass, it's now becoming slightly detrimental to the other things. Like, you can't tell me that they've not given up on everything else just to push Game Pass. Like, Games of Gold was amazing. Well, it wasn't amazing, but you got good games on it. And then they went...
PlayStation just no greatness.
I hate to say it, mate, but it looks that way some days.
No limits.
It's because Xbox doesn't belong to Game Pass, or Game Pass doesn't belong to Xbox. Game Pass belongs to Microsoft. That's why you're seeing it, because they don't give a shit necessarily about keeping everything on Xbox. If PlayStation is willing to pay them, they're like, shit, that'll work. That's it.
It just baffles me. I'm so mad about this Minecraft Dungeons thing. If you can't tell, honestly, I'm more mad than about that Ric Flair thing. I'm so mad.
Just walk into the desert and go and die.
Yeah, that's what Games of Gold needs to do. They're gonna just give out.
Jesus.
You know what, Phil? Next month, just don't bother giving us out. Just fucking, just give us nothing. Just give us a fucking pixel on a screen and just go. There you go. You've got an animated background or something. And then why not fucking give fucking PlayStation all the Minecraft DLC for fucking free? Why not? Because you fucking don't give a shit about us.
Fucking
groveling to EU, fucking sucking at EU and CMA dicks, pretending we're fucking Xbox is a dying fucking brand. It's gonna fucking die. You keep giving all your fucking IP to your competitors before you give it even to us, or even not even at the same time.
Yeah, right. Jesus.
Fucking wind him up and let him go. Fucking hell.
Right?
You can't say I'm wrong, though. You cannot say I'm wrong. Like,
new podcast, Angry Hour with Ash. There you go.
That's it.
And you just spend an hour just, this is bullshit, and just going off. There you go. See?
So the takeaway from all this, is cancel your games with gold and get PlayStation Plus.
You may as well, because you'll get more Xbox games on it. Clearly, first party Xbox games. This is what Xbox are telling us. If you want to play first party Xbox games, but you haven't got a budget for Game Pass, you just want to play online, buy PlayStation Plus, because PlayStation Plus gives you first party games in the lowest tier. Xbox paywalls them in the higher tiers. So fuck you, Xbox customers. You may as well have a PlayStation. That's what they're saying.
Oh, Jesus.
Are you coming on PSN next week, Ash?
I may as well. I can talk about Xbox because it'll all be over there next week. So
You need your own show of what really grinds my gears.
that's it.
Put you on that, let you go for half an hour at a time.
Get me a whiskey down me or something. I'll start drinking rum. I'll be really fucking glad.
He's gonna go.
Hey, about Xbox. Fucking.
He's gonna go and give the dog a kick later.
I ain't got a dog.
Xbox.
Next
door, Milo.
Game of Gold is like an unloved dog getting battered by its owner, while there's a big fat lumpy cat getting stroked by the same owner next to it, which is PlayStation Plus. That's what's going on right now.
Oh, fucking hell.
It just comes back to Skills beating that poor Games with Gold dog. The huge animal. Well, that PlayStation Plus cat gets all the love from the Xbox supplies.
I don't think I've got it in me to have another topic. This has been quite emotional. Fucking hell. I'm tired now. I want to go and fucking bed.
I'm tired of this game to go shit as well. God damn it.
Right. In other news, so I don't know if this is like true or rumor or bullshit. BMG posted it, so blame him.
Don't blame it on me. Can't blame it on me before you even tell anyone.
I can't, because you posted it on the fucking Discord.
Games of Gold's fault.
You posted of all the topics for this week, you posted one. Just
Well,
remember that
Games
one.
That was the only one that's worthy of fucking news. Right, so apparently, the European Commission is reportedly unlikely to demand asset sales as part of its approval process for Microsoft's proposed acquisition of Activision Blizzard.
Yeah. Because they're sorry for us. They're like, we're not going to do that because, look, they're giving the games to PlayStation before their own thing is. No point selling it off.
For fuck's sake!
Forza Motorsport coming to PS Plus next year.
I don't know.
Surprise me, mate, honestly. If they didn't over anymore, they would.
Yeah, I know.
Anyone care about that topic? No?
I'm sick of Activision shit. Because, like, it's holding Xbox back. They're literally, like, gipping that. Literally, they're like that meme that Lulu posted about PlayStation, but Xbox are doing the exact same thing just to do it to PlayStation.
Yeah.
No, but I think it's one of them. It's like maybe they're thinking get EU on board. Hopefully, it might sway the CMA possibly. But the fact that the EU have said we don't need you to sell anything off. You've got all these contracts in place. You've even said, but it's also said that the Microsoft are willing to have a third-party watchdog watch over it all to make sure they're doing what's been agreed. So, I think that's enough, more than enough to say, look, we're having all these things in place, had all these ironclad contracts signed to say that this is what we're going to do. We're not taking anything away. PlayStation don't want to sign a contract. That's their problem because they're still going to bring it to PlayStation anyway. They've already said it makes no sense taking it off PlayStation, contract or not.
They'll sign a contract. PlayStation will sign it literally last minute. They're holding out because as soon as they sign that contract, it's over. They may as well fight it till the bitter end, and then just before it goes through, got fined.
After all the dust has settled, the PlayStation ends up the only company that hasn't got a contract.
Jesus.
Yeah, but
I think CMA would not.
And then the first thing Xbox does is pull Call of Duty off PlayStation.
Deal will go through and then the next month's PS Plus Essentials is going to be the last 4 Call of Duties. You're on mute, Ash. We
Right,
can't hear you.
yeah.
Good. Leave him there. Fucking hell.
Use on me. We can't hear you, Ash.
I agree with you. I agree with you, fucking BMG. It's going to be great when this Activision deal passes and all the games come to fucking PlayStation Plus. It's going to be great.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Take
Well,
that
I'm
as
on
a pinch of
PlayStation
salt.
now,
It might be
fuckers.
bollocks. It might be legit. Apparently, the EU seems to be like it's softening to the idea of the deal now, which is nice. But who knows? I mean, it's still a crapshoot at this point. Might happen, might not. Don't give a fuck either way at this point anymore.
If it could sway the CMA, because if CMA ends up on board, if EU
It's not
on
gonna
the
sway
day
the
before,
CMA.
yeah,
We're
but
British,
if the,
man. We're gonna be the hardest fucking people for them to deal with because we're British. Because that's what we do. We fuck up everything. That's our mission. There's nothing we love more than a cup of tea, a cue, and a strongly worded letter.
What's that? It could benefit us. Shoot it in the leg.
Yeah. You mean it's gonna be good for our economy? Yeah, kill that. Fuck it. Can't have don't let these bastards have anything. That's what they're saying. Bastards. Anyway.
Wow. Jesus.
Oh, I'll tell you what, if there was ever going to be a country that fucks up this deal, it's going to be us. Because that's what we do.
No, whoa. We're forgetting there's old Sentinels America here yet. They're...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They'll fold like a fucking crepe. You watch.
Oh. Jesus. Yeah, you know what? I mean, admittedly, it's pretty fucked up here too. So yeah.
I don't think they'll have any issues with the FTC. Speaking of the FTC, that goes into our next topic. So apparently, and this is another one of BMG's fucking VGC topic, so it could be bullshit.
This is why we have shit topics, because he gets it from fucking clickbait fanboy VGC.
no, I don't.
Topics.
I read the topic first. I look at what the article is before I
but it's from
post it.
VGC.
VGC are good. They're really good.
They're about as good as Kotaku.
The shit.
Fuck off.
Anyway.
All right. Have we got? What was your one article?
Thimber's asking how many times has the UK been on strike since 2023 started, right?
Oh, fuck.
There's a
We haven't
news
come out of
website,
strike.
Strike every week.
Yeah, no, there's literally a news website that has an ongoing article that says who's on strike today. That's how bad it is.
Jesus.
It's just a permanent, like, oh, who's on strike this afternoon? Well, they're on strike today because we're not paying. What's that? Oh, they're only getting a 3% pay rise, but fucking fuel and gas and food's gone up 15%.
Meanwhile, MPs get a 12% pay rise?
Yeah.
What was
apparently
it?
they're important.
What was it last month? 4 days on the trot. Schools went on strike.
fucking
Firefighters went on strike. Ambulance crew went on strike. Then doctors and nurses on strike. Then trains on strike.
Paramedics
Jesus.
on strike. Oh my god, everything's fucking striking because the government in this country is a fucking catastrophe. It's a shit show. And we've got to get rid of them. 2024 can't come fucking fast enough. And my god, if they get into power again, I'm fucking off to America because I'm not staying here for the fucking aftermath.
They need to stop using that magic 8 ball to make decisions.
Yeah, you know what? I think we got to clean ours out too, both sides. So we're kind of in the same boat.
I will go to America and I will take my chances at getting shot. Because it's better than living here.
As soon as you get off a plane, they shoot you, mate. Honestly,
Yeah.
like, boom, dead.
Sentinel, have you still?
British? Fucking start rounding off the fucking.
No, they don't ask. They just start shooting, mate.
Yeah. Sentinel, have you still got that 100-year-old that runs the country, the wheelie mount?
Yeah, the one that shits in a diaper and doesn't know which day of the week it is. Yes.
I love that.
The bad thing is he's still not the worst. That's the bad thing.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I mean, I don't know. It's like take your pick.
But he just, I've seen like, you know, a few of his like press conferences, and he just starts talking, then he mumbles, and it's like his mind's wandering, and his thoughts are coming out of his head, and he's like looks away, and it's like, he's.
I'll tell you what though.
Bring back Trump. All's forgiven.
Was it Address the Senate or some shit, whatever it's called over there? He absolutely annihilated them in that fucking thing. He completely outplayed him. It was fantastic.
Yeah, it's
I love the American system. I watched that thing where they were trying to vote on who this new guy was going to be. Didn't it go for like 15 attempts at this vote? And they all voted for the same guy 15 times, but literally everyone just gave up in the end. They were like, "Yeah, fine, he can win."
Yeah,
he kept going for days.
There's that TikTok of him saying, "I remember when my father said to me, he said, And he went on like that for like fucking 2 minutes. Oh, never mind. That's fucking great. But yeah, great, Biden. Love that. Great speech. Bravo, mate. I love it.
Yeah, the whole system is a fucking mess right now. It's ridiculous. Yeah.
Yeah, your Senate is fucking ridiculous.
Trust me, every single person over here that's a normal person agrees with you.
To be fair, though, like over here, we've just got two sides that like to shout at each other and nothing gets done. Like that's it. They just enter a room, they shout at each other, like take the piss out of each other, and then they leave. That's it.
Yeah, they don't actually fix anything, do they? They just go, "You are the worst." Blah 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 blah. You're so bad. Okay, how are you going to fix it? Oh, I'm not.
I'll tell you what British politics reminds me of. You know that video? It goes, "What's your name?" And he's like, "Ezekiel." He goes, "Fuck you, Ezekiel." That's what British politics is like. In a nutshell. What's your name?
Jesus.
Tony. Fuck you, Tony. Yeah, that's British politics, right, in a nutshell. Anyway, another topic. So this is another like shit topic from BMG. So blame him for this. Yeah. The Federal Trade Commission has largely denied Sony's request to squash any Microsoft subpoena requesting that PlayStation divulges its confidential documents, including deals of third-party exclusivity.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't think it'll reach the public eye, but I think this is going to be a massive...
I don't think it'll reach the public eye unless it goes to like court in the end, and I don't think it will.
No, it'll reach public eye, but it'll be very highly redacted. Like a lot of the documents we've seen, you're not going. Most of it's going to be blanked out.
The fact that Sony is like basically shitting themselves and refusing, like, says a lot. I think. I don't think they want people to find out exactly what they've been up to.
Well, and I think they made a lot of claims, not thinking they were going to have to present this in court, and now that they are, they're kind of like, fuck, we said a lot of bullshit, and they're going to get caught in it. I think that's what it is.
Didn't they come out the other day and go, we can't present it because it's in Japanese?
It's no. You've got Wolf of Wall Street. It's going to be a whole office block just shredding papers.
Well, that's it. Because the reason they're saying they can't present it because there's like over 150,000 different contracts, and someone would have to sit there and manually go through every single one of them. And then Microsoft have replied saying bullshit. It's all bloody digitized. It'll take you minutes to get all the information.
Yeah.
I just imagine like they think like, oh, it's just in like a vault of like old fucking files and shit. They have to pull up. Got some old librarian looking through them all. Like,
each one open page by page. Nah, this isn't the one.
I'm surprised Xbox isn't sweating bullets. What do you mean Forza's coming to PlayStation Plus? Oh, my bad. What do you mean Starfield is coming to PlayStation Plus? Yeah, oh shit, we made a mistake.
That's what they'll do. They'll start and they'll be like, yeah, fucking permanent exclusive Final Fantasy VII. Remake. It was like, oh, I told you, blah blah blah. Sony's so bad that next page it'd be like Halo Infinite DLC exclusive to PS5.
They'll be like
Wolf of Wall Street, and they're all like coked off their heads and throwing midgets at a dartboard and shit like they do. And
Jimmy Ryan getting head in the elevator.
Shaving all the women's heads for like 20 grand. I feel like that's exactly what PlayStation's like right now. And
oh Jesus!
You can see it in Jim's eyes.
You got Bobby Kotick who's there fucking coked off his head going, I'm not fucking leaving.
Yeah.
I'm going to fucking murder you.
No, Jim Ryan right now is like Tony Montana sitting at that desk just snorting lines of cocaine as fast as he can.
I bet he is sweating bullets.
Oh, I bet he is too.
Pop some of them out a day pills.
I don't think we'll ever find out what's in those documents. I don't think it'll go to public.
No, probably not.
I think they might start leaking bit by bit, which would be really interesting. But also, we'll get sick of hearing about it sooner rather than later.
Yeah, true.
So,
anyway, another topic. There's another one of BMG shit VGC topics. So, this is a doozy.
let's not skim over the fact that Redders doesn't look for his own topics. Like shame him back, BMG.
Yeah.
Some things I just can't be asked. Like you go on Twitter and like everything's a rumor or fucking doom and gloom. I'm like, I'm avoiding gaming news this week.
Hey, if you keep it up, he's going to start pulling his topics from Kotaku, and that's going to be even worse.
Yeah, I'm going to get him from like these insiders that have got free sources, and then just go off that.
I've got a topic to talk about. Can I talk about a topic?
No. It's going to be like, Let me finish these fucking shit ones first. Let's get them out on the fucking table. Yeah. An article from Kotaku that says "fuck Xbox." Yeah, cheers for that, Kotaku. That's great. Like we awesome journalists. No, apparently Microsoft and the Activision have reportedly met with the CMA to discuss the UK regulators' concerns over the proposed merger. It's claimed Microsoft is willing to pay a third-party agency to oversee the compliance and has agreed compliance with agreed deal remedies. Now, apparently, CMA is not interested in behavioural remedies. They want structural remedies. So.
No, that's not what they said. CMA said they would consider behavioural remedies, but everyone just jumped on it and said they're against it. That's not what they said. They said they would consider them, but everyone's like, no, they never do it. They never do it. They're not going to accept it. We don't know how it's going to go. They're going to wait for EU's announcement, and then we're going to see what's going to happen. If it goes through, it goes through. It doesn't. Bobby Kotick just gets to abuse all his staff and whatever else he does, threatening voicemails and the rest of it. Great. Jim Ryan dancing on his desk, never gonna give you up, never let you down, gonna run around, desert you.
You know what?
That's what we're gonna sing.
We're gonna get a really good film with fucking Ben Affleck and shit in at this rate, aren't we? And,
covering all this. Defoe playing Jim Ryan. You're gonna have fucking
Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt's gonna play Jim Ryan.
Oh, Jesus.
Chris Pratt will be playing like the Japanese head of Sony.
It's me, Mario.
You need like a really creepy pedo-looking type to play Mark Cerny. I don't know. Maybe he can play himself.
No, you know what? They're gonna get Daniel Craig to play Jim Ryan because they want him to look sophisticated and suave, and they're gonna get like the John Leguizamo guy with the mustache to play Phil Spencer, and you'll be like, it doesn't even look like Phil Spencer.
It'll be a Sony funded movie. They've already written it out. I bet
right?
We can't give you all the contracts because we're currently writing the script. Sorry.
Right.
Sifu is coming to Xbox consoles and Steam on March 28th alongside New Arena's expansion for all platforms.
It's a good game.
Really Sifu.
I already know what Ash is going to say. If it's not coming to Games with Gold, he doesn't want to hear about it.
No. It's never called a Games with Gold, mate. It's more than £3 value.
Right.
But Sifu's a really, really good game. It's like the mechanics of it. It takes a bit of time to get used to because the idea is family's been murdered and you're literally just going through all these different stages and just kicking the shit out of everyone in any way you can, learning new moves, combos. But if you die, then you age and your character actually ages. So you start at, I think it's like 21 and then your life ends at 75. But if you die, so that's a year gone. You die again, that's 2 years gone. Die again, that's
75 times.
Then that's it. It's game over. You've lost.
Like in a Zimmer frame because you've aged that.
Pretty much. Oh yeah, you've got freaking grey hair, long beard, and everything. But you can, if you get good at the game. No, you can't. No, not in Japan or where it is.
Between lives.
But once it's weird how they do it because it's like the more you die, the higher the death rate goes up. So the older you get, faster. And the idea is you need to get through the game as young as possible. But it's good. It's a good game. And the fact that all these new modes they're adding and stuff like that that's coming day one with it on Xbox when they released the patch, which is really good. Because I think they've just released I think it was last month where you can actually put it in black and white and have it in Japanese, so you can play it as if it was like one of the old like martial arts movies and stuff like that. It's really good, really good. But yeah, highly recommend playing it.
I've seen people mod out Sifu for Keanu Reeves, Neo.
Yeah.
Fighting Agent Smith, which looks fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah. But yeah, I highly recommend playing it. I think when it released on PlayStation, it was it $14.99?
Something.
It was quite a low price, and it was worth every penny. I've got it on the PlayStation. Obviously, it's got the DualSense features and stuff in it. But yeah, it's definitely a buy on Xbox. I'll probably pick it up on there as well because it's a really, really good game.
Yeah. So, what else have we got? 2 million players have played Hi-Fi Rush, which is really cool. It's good to see that's doing well.
I've seen people moaning about that online, like it's a bad thing, and it's like it's a niche game. It was shadow drop with like no like warning, and in a month it's had 2 million players. I mean, like games like Ratchet and Clank didn't get 2 million sales in the first month, and they're like big new like releases in a established IP. People on Twitter and socials are just dickheads, honestly.
Yeah. So that's really cool to see that game doing well. What else have we got? So yeah, let's go to my one awesome topic that I found this week, which trumps anything fucking BMG's found, which is the Outer Worlds Space's Choice Edition has been announced, which is basically the Outer Worlds with all its bells and whistles for the Xbox Series S and X and PC and PlayStation 5. That comes out on March 7th, so that's out in 4 days' time.
But you have to pay for it.
Yeah, that's fine. Who cares? Do we have to pay for it?
Yeah. It's not free. It's not a free upgrade. You have to get the don't you have to get the Space's Choice Edition to get all the new stuff that's coming to the game? I don't think it's not a free update. It's an actual buy. Yeah.
Because it's not published by Xbox, this is published by a third party company. I can't remember which one it is. It's basically a brand new release you have to pay for. So
yeah.
Yeah, that's my one awesome topic for the week.
Right, I'm gonna go through my topics quickly because
is it Game Pass paid?
Verizon customers, if you're in the US and you're on Verizon, you can grab an Xbox Series S for only $150 until April the 30th. So that's half off, which is a fantastic deal. Maybe don't buy it if you've been listening to Red as early because he thinks you should all get fucked and you shouldn't be able to play any games on it. So, but it's out there, it's cheap. What else is there? So the games with gold we did announce earlier, but we didn't actually say the names. It's Truberbrook, Sudden Strike 4, Battlefields Edition, and Lamentum. There's some games with gold, like free-to-play weekend this weekend. I'm trying to fucking remember what they are.
Are you going to do Game Pass news?
Yeah, I'll do Game Pass as well.
All right, hang on.
And I'll let him do his. Let me.
Professionalism.
Nice.
Games with bronze. Agreed.
Yep, that's exactly right.
So, Game Pass. I'll start off with these this weekend's free games. So, the Diablo 3 Ultimate Edition, which is a really good game, you should play. Human Fall Flat and Train Life, a railway simulator, are all on free to play over the weekend. I've got Train Life, a railway simulator, I believe, to review. I should really sit and play that, so I'll have a look at that. F1 2022 is available today with Xbox Game Pass Ultimate and EA Play. And Xbox Game Pass is losing 8 more games in March. And there's some actually decent games here, which is a shame. So these are all leaving on the 15th of March. So F1 2020, that's not a big deal. We're getting the new F1 game, so you don't have to worry about that. But we are losing Undertale, Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, Goat Simulator, Kentucky Route Zero, Paradise Killer, Young Souls, Zero Escape, the Nuneri games as well. So there's some decent games there. Guardians of the Galaxy I need to finish, so I'll be jumping on that this weekend to try and finish up the story. Undertale is also a really good indie game, and Goat Simulator is fantastic. I do wonder, though, if Goat Simulator's leaving because we're going to get a surprise drop for Goat Sim 3 on Game Pass, because that came out like 2 months ago now and is fantastic. Honestly, it's such a good laugh. But it's odd. It's interesting timing. Maybe it'll be one of those ones they announce later like halfway through the month. They do the next half.
Yeah.
Maybe Goat Simulator 3 will be on that. But yeah, it sucks because there's some decent games going there, and there's not as many getting added this month so far. Peace. Don't hurt me, Finbar.
Is that it?
Is there any other Game Pass news? I don't think so. I think we covered most of it last week, unless they've announced what I've missed. Dead by Daylight is getting a movie adaptation. That's a cool bit of news. So the developer Behavior Interactive has announced it's partnered with Atomic Monster and Blumhouse to bring its hit horror game Dead by Daylight to the big screen via a feature film adaptation.
I'm not sure how you could, because don't you get chased by other movie characters?
Some of them are, and some are licensed, but they do have a variety of their own unique characters as well. Maybe it'll be one of those films where it combines franchises. Who knows? That could actually work for it.
I'd love to see another Freddy versus Jason.
Yeah, I'm sad we never got Freddy versus Jason versus Ash. But we did get it in comic book form eventually. But yeah, that's a missed opportunity. But that's it. There isn't much details about it. It's just been announced that they're working on it, basically.
Nice.
Let me have a look. I'm just trying to see what all them. There's so much coming out, and it gets lost in all this CMA bollocks. It does, doesn't it? This Activision, I just want it over.
Another month or two, though.
Yeah, they keep delaying it. It's all going to come down to wire. So it's just so the movie, they'll all be sat there in their office and they'll be like, "Oh God, it's the last day," and then they'll be like, "Oh, we're all fine, we've got it," and there'll be like a big celebration and shit like that, so they can do it in movie form. I was going to ask you this, Sentinel. You played and reviewed Atomic Heart on Xbox. The review went up earlier today.
Yeah.
What was in that 1 million patches they put out? Nearly 100 gig of patches have landed since launch. I just wondered what was actually in it. I've got
pointless, doesn't it?
Did it actually fix things, or did it just make it worse?
Yeah, I know they had said at launch the game had some performance issues with the Xbox consoles, but the PS5 it was pretty straight. It feels really smooth, so if there were issues, I'd be willing to bet that the patches fixed that. There was that racist cartoon that they had in the game, and then pretty much right after that circulated on social media, there was another update. So I'd be willing to bet they pulled that cartoon off of the game.
Yeah, it's been pulled out now.
Yeah, so it's mostly though just performance issues because they were. I heard a whole bunch of people saying that the Series consoles were having issues. Probably the Series S more than the Series X, but the Series X still had some issues. But to be honest, when I did play it, it was already after 2 or 3 patches, and it ran pretty smooth. So the performance isn't bad. It's not the best looking game, obviously. It looks decent. It's just not the best looking game out there. But who knows? They may release another update that improves the graphical fidelity or whatever you want to call it. But as of right now, I from everything I've seen, I'd be willing to bet that they were performance based, with the exception of that cartoon that they removed, obviously.
Right.
Yeah, I think there was a video that was missing, a playback video that was missing on a TV that was on the PlayStation.
Yeah, they had that on the PlayStation. It wasn't showing up on Xbox. That's probably something else that they patched, because a lot of people were talking about it as well.
Yeah.
Scores have dropped for Wolong Fallen Dynasty as well, which drops in Game Pass tomorrow.
It's the early 80s, I think, right?
PS5 81, PC 82, Xbox 80.
Not bad.
Did you not see the VGC review of 4 out of 10 though? Again, VGC.
4's good. 4 out. No, it's 4 out of 5. They do out of 5.
No, it's not.
They do out of 5.
Out of 10.
VGC. No, they do stars, and it's out of 5 stars.
3 out of 5. 3 out of 5 stars.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Is an
a lot are saying it's the same, yeah.
Unremarkable Souls-like. Technical problems and odd balance choices hold back an interesting morale system that freshens a well-worn genre.
Once they realize that it's on PS5 also, the score will go up.
Yeah.
Oh man, look at these classic games on PlayStation. Dead or School. Get the good shit on there. World End Syndrome. Just all anime looking shit. It's amazing.
I think that covers all our topics for tonight. So anything you guys want to add?
Quick, one last thing as well. I saw this, which I think was really interesting. Anno 1800, the console edition at launch is going to be free for a week.
Nice.
So it's coming out. It's going to be free to play. It's coming from Ubisoft. And for the launch week, it's going to be free to play for the entire week. But then obviously, and all your progress will stay if you buy the game as well, which is cool. So,
yeah, that'd be cool.
Oh, another thing, Redders, that links into another topic, right? What do you think to this your new game of the year, that Abe's Animals or Ab's Animals game, that basically do nothing in it, but it gives you 1,000 G just for
as soon as it
watching
goes
a
on
cat?
sale, I'm getting that shit.
Yeah, I know you are.
I ain't paying £8 for it. Fuck that. If it goes down to like £1.50, I want it.
This just shows you how shit Xbox achievements have become. Luckily, the dev team says they're looking into stuff like this, though, which thank God they need to, because it just...
I know I'm guilty of like jumping on some of the fucking easy cheevies, but
No
I am starting to get resentful for it. Like, I miss the days where 1,000 gamer score meant something. Do you know what I mean? Like now you can get a ton of fucking game, leave it for 16 minutes, and you got 1,000 gamer score. That's bullshit. That's not an achievement.
No. Literally, you don't press anything, you just watch as well, which is shocking.
Yeah. It's bullshit, and it's almost predatory as well, which I don't like. I mean, if the game's that easy to complete, they're literally preying on achievement hunters.
It's not even Cruise Bros Muppet, literally. At least with Cruise Bros, you have to at least push a button.
Yeah.
But this one,
you literally just stare at a cat for 16 minutes and get 1,000 gamer score.
Yeah.
It takes the fucking joy out of it. Those games should be 200 gamer score max. I prefer the way it was on the 360, where only the AAAs and shit got 1,000 gamer scores. Now everything's got 1,000 gamer score.
Well, there are some games also, like the smaller games that are like 99 cents that don't have any achievements. You know, so like with these smaller titles, I mean, you could limit it, like you said, 100, 200. Some of them you don't even have to have achievements. I mean, because it defeats the purpose of having a gamer score. You know, the gamer score is kind of you know, hey, I've been gaming for years, and I know a lot about Xbox, and I've been enjoying their brand. But you got all these people playing these easy 1,000 gamer score. It takes 5 or 10 or 20 minutes. It defeats the whole purpose of having the achievement system.
Well, it's these people getting 120,000 gamer score, 150,000 gamer score a month. You know, like there's no challenge in it. Like it's just pay to win, really. Pay to get a number that means nothing to go up. And I've played some gash games. Like I held my hands up, but it's getting even worse now. I've stopped trying to achievement hunt. Unless I'm into a game, like I'm really into it.
I still really love getting 1,000 gamer score on like big releases. That hasn't gone away. I don't like the fact that, you know, people can literally fudge their numbers for a couple of quid every month. You know,
I kind of feel that's where PlayStation kind of has an advantage, because these smaller games where you can get easy gamer score or achievements, they won't have a platinum trophy. Platinum trophies are only attached to games where you actually have to work to earn the trophies. And I think if Xbox instituted something that was equivalent to like a platinum trophy that not all these smaller games got, that only like bigger games that actually matter. You know, if they had something like that, it would help, you know.
That's one thing PlayStation definitely got right over Xbox. I love the way the whole trophy system works. It's fantastic. Like, even if you like platinum a game and they bring out subsequent DLCs, it breaks off that DLC, so it doesn't tarnish your 100% on the main game.
Yeah.
But on Xbox, it literally just adds on to the 1,000 gamer score, which is really shit. Because if a DLC comes out and you don't buy the DLC, fuck the gamer score, and I hate that shit. I much prefer the PlayStation way of doing it. But then I was never into trophies when I had a PlayStation. It's only when I switched to Xbox and started getting achievements I started getting into it.
Who cares about either of them? They mean nothing.
I do.
They don't do anything. What do they? Why?
It's all I live for, BMG. Fuck you. No, I don't.
Nobody needs them. Means nothing. You know, these people making these games are playing on people like you, because you'll buy these shitty little games for a couple of quid to, you know, get that score up.
It's like this, BMG. It's like this. You know, the achievements and trophies are kind of, to us, they're kind of like when you're washing Jim Ryan's car and he looks at you and nods. That's the same thing.
Don't need approval off anyone else. As long as you get your content with the game you played, got what you've out of it, that's all that matters. And I do a goddamn good job on Jim Ryan's car. His rims have never shined so much ever.
I don't know about Jim Ryan's fucking rims shining. Because of what you fucking eating it out, that's why.
Uncle Jimmy is going to prevail. He's going to stop this merger. He's going to save us all.
And give you better games on PS Plus Essential.
That's it. That's it.
Yep.
He's already started. He's gifted you an Xbox actual Studios game before these scumbags on Xbox get it on their own.
Here's another one for you, Ash. That's also when it comes to, even though it's already out on PlayStation, when it drops into Game Pass Ultimate, is it this month or next month? Ghostwire Tokyo, it's also dropping into the PlayStation Plus service.
That's fine because they've got, because it came to PlayStation first, they had the marketing rights. It's one of those things where it can't release on competitive services unless it's on PlayStation. Hence why Deathloop came out the same day on Xbox as it did on PS Plus.
Yeah.
Because of that contract. That's fine. I understand that. That's fine. I get that. It was paid for, marketed on PlayStation before the deal. That's fine. Don't mind that. I'm just happy we're finally getting Ghostwire and it's going on to the system. But a game that wasn't, it's on Games with Gold. It's not on Games with Gold. It could be on Games with Gold. No, we're going to give you fucking $5 of indie games, however good the indie game is. But we're going to give this full price release to PlayStation for their competitive service.
It's because Xbox know greatness when they see it, and they know PlayStation superior.
That's it. Poor sad Xbox as Phil is covered in like ash and dirty clothes. Like, please, EU, please, sir, please. Can I have some Activision? Look, PlayStation have even got our games before our own players.
German now.
Please, sir.
Yeah, please, sir.
Yeah, please, sir. I need the Activision, sir.
They want the games.
Right. Before we go, BMG's reminded me of our thingy. I was going to talk about. I was invited to a off-screen game preview the other day. I'm planning to write a article about it on the website, but you know what it's like and life. But I got to go and speak in a Q&A as well. I got a 20-minute sort of to watch like a 20-minute of the first 20 minutes of this new game by Outright Games. And Sinners last week's big ooh-ah was everyone thought the upcoming superhero-esque game Suicide Squad looked like gash. Well, have no fear because we are getting a other superhero game in the DC universe from Outright Games. Now, This one is called Cosmic Chaos, and basically it's aimed at the younger audience. However, it looks quite good actually. I was surprised. So this game is a open world game where you play as basically the Justice League fighting against a variety of enemies because a DC character I've never heard of and I can't pronounce his name. They just call him Mixie. He's like Mr. Mixie Patulukuluk or something like that. He's got a really weird name. I'll put it in the chat. I've never heard of him, but apparently he could turn Superman into a bagel or a pretzel at will. He's super powerful. So you can basically free roam around the city. You play as Batman, Wonder Woman, and Superman like a trio. Now, the combat is really cool. It's combo based. You get a variety of abilities, and you can switch between the characters on the fly mid combat. So, like with Wonder Woman, she's got like a whip ability, so you can whip someone in the air with Wonder Woman, flick over to Batman, fire some gadgets off, and then flick straight to Superman and do like the heavy damage with Superman. It's got like RPG-esque sort of talent trees and stuff like that. So you unlock new abilities as you progress. It's got hidden comic books that you can find, and these comic books unlock new costumes. There's a variety of like side quests and main missions, and which I didn't notice on the preview I saw. There's also co-op on it as well. Like they only showed single player, and I was under the assumption it was going to be a single player game, but apparently it's also co-op, And they've also stated they are looking into the possibility of DLC as well, which looks awesome because like there's a big wealth of DC characters and unknown and never used. Like even like when they do like Batman games, they pick the more well-known ones, whereas there's going to be a chance of like the less known ones and stuff like that. But honestly, I quite enjoyed this. I'll write up soon about what I liked and what I didn't like and everything. But it's coming to basically every console: Switch, PlayStation, Xbox, PC, March 10th. So it's next week, next Friday. Looks really, really cool. Yes, it's got like the more like kiddie art style, but it's got like animated cutscenes and stuff like that. I'm not 100% sure on the cost yet, Thimber. It doesn't stay out on the website, and I'm just waiting for like the official sort of follow-up email with all the details in, which I haven't got yet, which is why I haven't done my article properly. But yeah, it's cool, and I'm hoping, fingers crossed, we'll have a review of it up shortly after launch, because we are like affiliated with their OG gang as such. So yeah, looking forward to it. There you go.
Cool.
Nice.
It looks like a decent DC superhero game. Yes, it's probably not going to be as in-depth and dark and grimy as Arkham, but it doesn't look as disappointing as Suicide Squad.
It looks better than Suicide Squad.
Yeah, it looks fun.
Transactions.
Yeah, it looks fun. Looks like it'll be a fun time.
It's a fun little kids game, and it looks better than. I don't want this to sound offensive, but it looks better than a lot of outright games as games. Like it looks like it's not aimed at the little kids like the Paw Patrol games and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It looks like it's like the more sort of heading to teen sort of level age. So there's a lot more to it. There's the missions, there's the stat, like the skill trees and stuff like that. And I like it. Like it's got booster gold and stuff like that, and it's got a load of like lesser known DC characters. And you can also get in combat, you save people in the story, like the other heroes like Aquaman and Green Lantern, and then they come in like Marvel versus Capcom assists in the combat, Cyborg and stuff like that. And you can also find items around the world, and they're like artifacts. You equip them to yourself, and they give you like permanent perks and stuff like that. So really cool. It reminds me of like a kids cartoon, but I don't think it's actually based on a kids cartoon of DC. It just seems to have adopted that art style basically. So
very nice.
There you go.
It looks fun.
And I know some people don't like it. I apologise for all those people that don't like the family-friendly stuff on the channel, but it's life. People do like kids' games. Some people... Redders wants to play a game where you just look at a screen to get 1000G. Like, at least playing these kids' games, you'll probably get an easy 1000 gamer score, but actually...
Look at the fucking drive-by! Wanker.
I'm throwing you under that bus, boy.
When it comes to a pound, then I'll get it. Not before.
I'm going to actually email them and ask if we have a review copy and see what they say.
Nice.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, that's 2 hours we've been going at it now. We've gone through our topics and shit. So I think
it's been a good show.
Yeah. Cheers to everybody who's tuned in, hung out with us in chat. We really do appreciate you guys being in. Chat has been on fucking fire tonight. Absolutely.
Yeah, lots of people in the chat. Hope you enjoyed the Games with Gold talk.
Apologies for
angry with Ash. There you go.
35-minute rant.
Yep.
Also, big thank you to our channel members. I've uploaded a couple of new videos. They'll be going live this Saturday and next Saturday. Every Saturday we do members only videos once a week. I think there's 8 or 9 up now already. Like I say, it's 2 months worth. You can only get them if you're a channel member. It's 99p. We don't ask a lot. We don't get the full 99p either from YouTube. It's just something like of a perk. You get like a nice badge. You get access to the emotes. So if you do want to support us in some way, you can become a channel member. And plus you get tons of content. There's me eating weird fucking crisps and sweets and stuff. There's another one of them coming. There's me doing playing some of the worst tie-in video games I can find. Like I played this Shrek game and it was awful. And I've got
I loved it.
a pile of them. I'm going to do a quiz, like a poll for members only to pick the next one. And yeah, it's pretty much cheaper than a Freddo. It's cheaper than a tomato in the UK nowadays. So you can get that. You get loads of videos, tier lists, all sorts of stuff. And then, like I say, we've got our normal content for our free, obviously, watchers. We've got the loads of shorts have been going up recently. I hope you've been enjoying them. Sentinel and myself have been doing reviews. We've got the podcast. There's this one. There's the PlayStation one the day before. There's a new one coming very soon, which I'll leave that to Jinner and Sentinel to announce probably in
that's never coming.
It is skeptical, it's never coming.
Yeah, never coming. I'll tell you what, for the price of 2 memberships on YouTube, we can afford to buy a 6 carton of eggs. True story.
Yeah. Hey, every one of you that subscribes, we can as a member, we can almost afford an Easter egg. So, we're doing good.
Yeah, one to share between us all.
Yeah.
That's it. We all have a little nibble and we pass it round.
Ash gets one half. I get another. BMG gets a little fucking packet of sweets you get in it, and so does Sentinel. Then we've got to worry about postage fees and shit to get it to America. So.
Yeah, we have to wait for a few members to do that. And also, if we hit, I think it's 5 members, we get more emote space, so I can make more emotes. And I want to do ones with all our stupid faces, like BMG's pillow face.
Yeah, forgot about that one.
I'm
still waiting on my Jim Ryan one arriving.
Yeah. Tell your nan, tell your friends, tell your sister, tell your brother.
We need a BMG Jim Ryan orgasm face.
That's it, yeah.
Proper gurning.
There's loads of cool content coming soon, not just for channel members, but for everyone. Loads of cool stuff. So yeah, thank you guys. It means a lot. So
and on that shocking
I'll shut up.
Good night, everyone. See you next week for the next one.
Later.
Bye. Games with